We were combined to start.
Yes, absolutely.
So when we became a sole earner, it never was your money or my money. It was always our money. We've always viewed household tasks. We've always viewed finances. We've always viewed goals as our house, our finances. Mm-hmm. And so our pot of money shrunk when you stopped working. Our pot of money increased when you went back to work. I would say nothing really changed except the amount of dollars we were working with. And I think that is another reason why combining your finances, which we will super deep dive into in an episode, because this is a very, I'll call it controversial just because lots of people talk about it. For me, it's not controversial at all. There is an optimal way to do it and there's a non-optimal way. It just depends what your goals are. But I think if you're talking about how do you manage dual professional lives, which is the whole focus of today, and if you keep your finances separate, then the stresses on you when you stopped working would be wildly different than they were, because it was a family stress. It wasn't a you stress. And when you went back to work, it wasn't a you benefit. It was a us benefit. Our pot got bigger. Our goals became more achievable quicker. So I would say it didn't change anything except the amount of money we had to work with was less.
Yeah. And that is a very good point, because I wasn't saying we just combined finances, because we definitely from day one, we.
Yeah, that's why I commented it was a note card reading. I knew what the question was.
Right. Yeah. Day one we didn't have much, so it was easy.
Yeah, and we were in fine shape when you stopped working, but we still had student debt, we had mortgage debt, we had car debt, I think still at that point. I mean, we were young and we were 20.
I think I was able to, because I went on maternity and everything, and we haven't gone into that, but I was on bed rest as well because the pregnancy was difficult. I actually was able to defer my loans. So we weren't paying them at the time.
Yeah,
but
which was a terrible decision.
But they still sat there.
Oh, and they grew.
Right?
They grew significantly. Deferring your loans is a terrible thing.
Well, you know what? At the time, I think that's what we were advised to do. And
okay, so this goes back to mistakes you make in your life around finances because you don't know things, because you're ignorant in an area. It doesn't mean you're dumb. You just don't know it. You don't know the details of it. Yeah, we deferred the heck out of those loans. We ended up paying probably, we'll just say tens of thousands of dollars more because of those decisions where, it wasn't financially wise. We didn't learn that lesson for quite a few years later, though.
Yeah, we should have
learned that one earlier.
500 less in bills every month? Sure.
Great, sold. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Now we can get the car payment on that expedition that we really didn't need. That was like, this
thing was a beast.
Yeah, those are financial mistakes that we'll have to add those to the financial discussion that we talk about.
But you learn from those, and
some people do.
That's a very good point. Okay, let's defer that.
Some people don't learn from those
to a future episode that we will talk to that.